Hello, NBA fans, and welcome to the 13th episode of the NBA, the week that was. The past week had the much needed AllStar break for the players. With the time off, teams had time to relax, refocus, and get ready for the home stretch of the season. There are many teams contending for not as many playoff spots in the West, so let's see who can pull out in the end. The same goes for the East. This week, I'll be talking about games on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, as well as the great AllStar Game played between Team Giannis and Team LeBron. Oh, what a game that was. Let's not waste any time and dive right into the latest edition of the NBA, the week that was. On Thursday, two great Eastern Conference teams battled it out, only for the Milwaukee Bucks to pull away in the end against the Boston Celtics. The game full of highlights ended with a final score of 98-97. Both teams were a bit rusty after not have playing together for a week, but nevertheless, it was a great game. Giannis Antetokounmpo continues to make his case for MVP, as he had a great 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 assists. Al Horford was also great for the C's. He had 21 points, 17 rebounds, and 5 assists. I'll be talking about Giannis and his case to take Harden's spot in my eyes as the MVP later on when I speak about the All-Star Game. So I'm going to take some time to speak about Chris Middleton. He's a first-time All-Star this season and has been quite the second star for the Bucks. Without his scoring abilities, Milwaukee wouldn't be where they are today. His ability to create for himself, as well as being an effective catch-and-shoot player in the Milwaukee 5-out system, has been greatly appreciated by both the fans and the team. Another key aspect of Middleton's greatness is his ability to understand that he isn't the best on the court whenever Giannis is on the floor, and let him be the playmaker. That helps the chemistry of Milwaukee. Overall, Chris Middleton has underrated yet star-like qualities about him, which makes me one of my favorite players right now in the league. An absolutely stunning game played out on Friday night as the Thunder defeated the Jazz in double overtime, 148-147. Paul George and Russell Westbrook, the All-Star leaders, combined for 88 points to defeat the Jazz. This is one of the rare occasions where two players on the same team each score 40 points. Despite sophomore Donovan Mitchell's 38 points, the player of the game goes to Paul George. He had 45 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, one absolutely dunk contest-like nasty windmill, and the game-winning floater, after he exposed his foe, Joe Ingles. They have had history since last year's playoffs, when Paul George choked in Game 6, and the Jazz moved on to the second round of the playoffs after defeating the Thunder. I think George redeemed himself on Friday night. Having said that, this would be a great first-round rematch for me. Both teams are poised to make the playoffs, but they play completely different styles of basketball. The Thunder play high-tempo, fast-break-heavy basketball. It's beautiful to watch. Their stifling and athletic defense get a stop and sprint up the floor and get a quick bucket. The Jazz, on the other hand, they're old school. They think defense first, not threes. Their patient and hardball offense is brilliant to watch as well. They keep passing and cutting and slashing until they get the perfect shot. Let's see if these two polar opposite style teams face off in an intense battle in the playoffs. In a surprising turn of events, the Hardenless Rockets defeated the Golden State Warriors 108-112 in Oracle Arena. Chris Paul shut down all the haters and proved that he is worth his $160 million contract by putting up 23 points and 7 assists to carry the offensive load that Harden usually has on his back. The Warriors were shocked coming out of the gate and never got back to a place where they could win the game. Steph Curry's 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists night was their highlight. Even though the Rockets lost key wings Trevor Ariza and Luke Mbah-a-Moute, the Rockets still look like contenders to me. If Paul can play the way he did against the Warriors when Harden is on the court, it will be pretty tough to stop them. Keep in mind that the Rockets took the Warriors to 7 in last year's conference finals, and if it weren't for a horrible cold stretch in Game 7 and Chris Paul's absence from Game 6 and Game 7 due to injuries, I think the Rockets would have been in the finals. All the Rockets need to be successful is generate the chemistry they had developed last year, and to do just that, they need to stay healthy. Health is the key to the Houston Rockets' success this season. Like all of the All-Star games in the past, Another high-scoring affair occurred between Team LeBron and Team Giannis. It ended with a comeback by LeBron and co. The final score was 178 to 164. LeBron and his team were down 13 at halftime, and they ended up winning by 14. We all knew that LeBron and his unfair team, including Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and Kyrie Irving, wouldn't lose. But we didn't realize that Giannis and his team could put up such a fight. They came out flying to start the game, while LeBron's team was just having a good time during the AllStar Game. Things changed in the second half. The bench of Team LeBron, including Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, and Bradley Beal, locked down Team Giannis and hit their threes. Nobody was stopping LeBron and his team after they took the lead. Despite Kevin Durant's 31 points and 7 rebounds, which got him MVP honors, I believe Giannis Antetokounmpo deserved the honors regardless of the result. He had a crazy 38 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists. This All-Star Game is more proof that Giannis is ready to take over the throne as the best player of the NBA from LeBron James. He is 24 years old and has already made 2 All-NBA teams, 1 All-Defensive team, a Most Improved Player, and will probably win MVP this year. Yes, I take back the drastic claims I made that Harden is the guaranteed MVP. The race is too close to call right now, and I believe how the Rockets and the Bucks finish the regular season will determine the 2018-2019 Kia Most Valuable Player. With that, we wrap up this short yet special edition of this podcast. Despite this week not having too many games, the games that were played were a great watch, and I hope you enjoyed listening to them. Overall, I hope you continue to listen to this podcast and learn about the thrilling 2018-2019 season of the NBA. I'll catch you on the next episode of the NBA, the week that was. See ya!